In this episode of my journey walking the Camino de Santiago, the focus has shifted from listening to the call to being fully present in the experience, noticing, feeling, and allowing the Camino and the planets above to shape my awareness. So as this second week unfolds, the Camino reveals deeper layers of reflection and insights. And after days of one step after another and crossing changing landscapes, I arrived in the historic city of Burgos, a place to pause, rest, and take in the journey so far. Burgos greets me with its grand cathedral and its timeless charm, where medieval architecture meets the warmth of fellow pilgrims. Each encounter, each step feels guided by a celestial pull, reminding me that the Camino is much an inner path as it is a physical one. Welcome to Soul Travel, a journey through the places that shape the soul. I'm Marilyn, and together we'll explore how travel, history, and planetary energies intertwine, revealing the deeper stories within each destination. The second week of the Camino carries a different rhythm, a slower pace in some ways, and more revealing in others. And after days of steady walking across rolling countryside, my last night before reaching the city of Burgos is in Belorado, a town woven in centuries of pilgrim tradition. You see the scallop shell everywhere here, that unmistakable symbol of the Camino. I carried one with me on my backpack as well, just as countless pilgrims have before me. It's a simple reminder that although each of us walks alone, we're always part of something far larger than ourselves. Belorado's murals, the hillside-built church of Santa Maria, and the gentle feel of the town set the tone for what's to come next. Excitement is building as I make my way through villages of Tostantes, Villafranca, and others, knowing that Burgos is waiting just ahead, and with it, 2 nights in the same bed. A small joy on the Camino. No boots, no backpack, just space to breathe, to rest, to let the journey catch up with me, and to explore the beautiful medieval city. Walking in Burgos feels like stepping into a conversation between the historic past and the lively present. And what I didn't know at the time was that Saturn and the Neptune lines were threading through this experiencing and bringing me Saturn's discipline and structure, yet a softening with imagination and gentle spiritual undertone from Neptune. This explained the curious mix of practicality and dreaminess that seemed to color everything over the coming 2 days. Saturn helped me stay grounded, while Neptune encouraged reflection, mystery, and a quiet kind of creativity. Burgos is steeped in historical depth, and it was once the capital of Castile y Leon, with its city defined by its cathedral, the Gothic heart of Spain, though its stories stretch far beyond those soaring spires. There's El Cid, of course, immortalized in the statue that stands proudly near the St. Paul's Bridge. There's also tree-lined promenades, bustling cafes, the warm buzz of a city life, and the recognition of fellow pilgrims identified by the scallop shells on their backpacks. There's also the simple pleasure of enjoying the present moment, and the traditional hot chocolate and Cheerios, something I had really been looking forward to. There's also the comfort of seeing locals going about their day, and my journal in hand as I sketch out what I want to explore. From the medieval Arch of Santa Maria to the breathtaking Cathedral of Burgos, every corner of this city is rich with story. Some soaring and noble, others uncomfortable, complicated, and quietly profound. Inside the cathedral, history speaks through chapels, carving, tombs, and stained glass. It's impossible not to feel both awe and humbleness standing before the centuries of devotion, artistry, and messages carved in stone. Yet beyond Burgos' treasure, Burgos offers companionship for reflection. Pilgrims share meals, conversations unfold easily, and the celestial energies weave through it all. Mercury was opening the door to exchanges. The moon was reminding me to rest and define balance. Mars was pushing me forward, and the Saturn and Uranus lines were guiding me toward freedom through connection. Day 2 brings history of a totally different kind, and a climb to the Burgos Castle that reveals not only the stories of battles, sieges, destruction, and resilience. The medieval well beneath the ruins is deep, impossibly narrow, and carved with astonishing craftsmanship that left me totally speechless. It's a witness to human determination, ingenuity, and the lengths that people will go to shape their world. Then descending back into the old town feels like re-entering the Camino's quieter lessons. Burgos is vibrant, layered, sometimes confronting, but always compelling. It reminds me of Anthony Bourdain's words that travel isn't always comfortable, but it changes us. And I certainly felt this deeply in Burgos. Something within me was shifting, quietly but unmistakably. And as evening settled over Plaza Mayor, I found myself in the simple act of just watching, over a glass of wine, just watching the city going about their evening. Burgos had left its mark, just as I had left a small part of myself behind, unseen yet real. To explore more of the history and the planetary placements of this journey, you can read a full blog post on asoulawakening.com/soul travel. You can also learn more about the offers and services that I provide on asoulawakening.com. The journey continues, and in the next episode, the long stretch of Meseta begins. The wide horizons, the open skies, the hamlets and villages scattered along the way. My path will take me through villages of Castelljois, Promista, Brañón de los Condes, and onwards to the tiny hamlet of Calzadella, where another layer of the journey will unfold. However, for now, I carry Burgos with me, the history of conversation, the celestial nudges, and the present moments itself, reminding me again and again that the Camino is more than just the kilometers walked. It's the quiet strength rising within. Buen Camino. Everyday moments, celestial threads. The reflection begins. Awakening awareness. An invitation to continue. The journey orientation. 14 days, 14 reflections to lift straight to your inbox. A gentle nudge towards your own path of self-discovery, step by step with astrology as your compass, guiding you into your own story. Think of it as the first step before your greater journey begins. Discover more at asoulawakening.com.